What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so we're going to be looking at Psylocke's new uniform in this video here. So here we have her disassembled uniform. Really liking the look here. I like the purple and white accents. They look really good on Psylocke, especially with her nice purple katana there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the uniform effects here. So the uniform bonus is going to be applied to self, a 30% chance to penetrate mind immunity effect, which is not too useful right now, but it might be in the future if they're giving that to her, or maybe that's good to counter herself. Does she have mind immunity? I don't think she does. And then we have a 20% increase to HP, which is really good because she definitely needs help in the survivability department because she takes like 2 hits and she is dead. So hopefully this will help boost her survivability a little bit. And then we only have 2 skill changes here. We have our 3rd and 4th skill being changed. The 3rd skill right here, we are going to retain the damage immunity and the mind damage reflect. But now we are going to be getting a an all attack, all speed, and a crit rate boost. But it might be a little hard to incorporate this into your skill rotation because, as you can see at the bottom here, it says tapping and holding the skill icon will charge the skill and releasing it will commence the attack. So like other charge skills, you do have to charge this skill all the way up to get the all attack, all speed, and crit rate boost. So it might not be practical to do that in a lot of situations. So you might just want to tap this skill for the damage immunity, because you can get the damage immunity without charging the skill, which is really nice. So at least you can still take advantage of that. And then the 4th skill right here is getting a really nice change, actually, because as you can see here, she's going to get mind resist down on the enemies, and this is going to be really nice because this stacks up to minus 100%. From my testing, you don't necessarily get to that minus 100%, but you do get pretty close. I think it was like 40 or 60% or something like that I was getting. Or yeah, it's like 40% with this skill, and her 2nd skill also had the same effect on it, but the 2nd skill is a lot weaker. The 2nd skill only gets like to a minus 10%, even though it does say it can stack up to minus 100%, but the 2nd skill has such a few amount of hits on it that you only stack it up to like minus 10% or something when everything is said and done. So let's go ahead and hop into the skill preview here and see what those 2 new skills look like. Alright, so here we go. So as I was mentioning earlier, the 2nd skill right here, as you can see, does have the mind damage down. It says 0.5, but once you level up the skill, it should be the same 2% as the 4th skill, and it says stacked 5 times. So if you do 5 times 2, you are only getting a 10%. So nothing too crazy right there. But the 4th skill, well, actually, let's look at the 3rd skill before we hop into that 4th skill, because that 4th skill is a really nice looking skill. The 3rd skill, as you can see here, if you just tap it once, you do still get the damage immunity. But if you hold it down, charge, boom, as soon as that lights up right there, now you're getting that all attack, all speed, and crit rate boost. Luckily, it does happen pretty quickly, so it might not be too difficult to incorporate this into your skill rotation, but do keep in mind that you actually do need to charge it down to get the all attack boost. So if you just want the immunity, you can just tap it and go into your next skill, cancel over, whatever you need to do. But let's go ahead and take a look at this 4th skill. So here's the 4th skill, boom. She hops into an iframe, does a lot of slashes. She kind of hangs up there on like some webs of some sort, and then her kind of clones or energy image projections just start slashing all over the place and dealing all kinds of damage to the enemy and reducing their mind resist. So if we go ahead and take a look at how this one stacks, boom, and then we go over here. That's actually a lot less than I normally see, 8 and 6. Usually I see like a minus 16 and like or like a 16 stack and a 6 stack or something like that, because usually it gets up to like 20 or 30 on the actual amounts. Oh, there we go. So there's a 12 and a 9, so we're up to 21 there. So that's going to be a 42% decrease to the boss's mind resist. So that is a lot more noticeable than the 10% that you're seeing from the 2nd skill. So now we should see a lot more usefulness out of the mind damage down that Psylocke has, because it might be a little hard to incorporate both of them, but they will stack if you get that was weird, it kind of glitched for a second there, because it will stack, because as you can see there, now you have 4 values, so it's from the 2nd skill and the 4th skill stacking, so you can do that, but it's a little harder to incorporate that into the skill rotation. So I think probably the best way now to do her skill rotation is to do the 4 and then you do right to here and you cancel into the 5th, because then all of her projections right there will still do the damage. And I've noticed some huge damage spikes by doing that, because we get the mind damage down right here. And if we don't proc right there and we actually get our damage proc to land on the 5th skill, you're going to see some really nice numbers. But if you accidentally get the damage proc on the 4th skill, the 4th skill does still do really, really respectable damage with this uniform on. A lot more than her previous 4th skill. So it is not really comparable to the 5th skill, because her 5th skill just gets such a nice boost from her tier 2 passive. And also the skill itself increased her mind damage, so the 5th skill is still going to be your ideal skill to proc on, but you do want to cancel the 4th skill. Go right, oh, I canceled a little too soon right there. As soon as she jumps into the air, you want to cancel it. So boom, right there, and then yeah, right when you see the iframe marker, whichever one's easier for you to see, iframe marker, or right when she jumps into the air, cancel into your 5th skill and you get all sorts of damage. Then you can hop into the 3rd for your immunity, maybe get a little mind resist down there, and then try to hop back into the skill rotation, and boom, there you go, tons and tons of damage. So I'm really, really liking Psylocke's new uniform here. And as I was saying, yes, all the mind damage down does apply to world bosses, so you can take full advantage of that, and it does make her damage pretty nasty. And I mean, her damage was already high before this uniform, so yeah, it's even better with this uniform. So overall, I'm a fan of this uniform. I think it's a must buy if you have Psylocke built up at all. And of course, as you saw, I did have my Psylocke built up pretty nicely already. She's level 70. I have all of her gears at 25. I have a mind damage, ignore dodge damage proc on her, so pretty much decked her out, and this uniform is a welcome addition for me. So let me know your thoughts on this uniform in the comments below. If you're having fun with this uniform, if you're seeing similar results as I am in terms of her damage boost with the kind of 4-5 combination now that you can do with the skills. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.